Yeah, me Zeus, aka Mr. Crossing.
AKA Mr. Crossing. Let's go.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. I'm up early in the morning, time to get it in. Time to show and prove, show you what I've been doing. They saying fools rush in, but I'm coming with a passion. I'm trying to get to know you while you thinking that I'm asking. I like to get it poppin', cause my sound is supersonic. I done came so far, and it's early in the morning. I just woke up out my sleep, threw some water on my face. Yeah, it's just another day in the Golden State. Ain't no tossing and turning or time for insomnia. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all and follow through on what I promise. And even if I fail, at least I was honest. See, I can only do what's in my power to do, and what good is this power if I use it like a fool? If I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues, or I can sit back and just watch the news. Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be your winner, you can never stop me. Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be your winner, you can never stop me. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flashing. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flashing. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy.
Hey, good morning.
It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. I just put my watch on, you know what time it is.
Alright, let's get this show going, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we do over here. Let's get this show going.
Yeah, it's me, Zeus. Sometimes it gotta be this way.
Sometimes it gotta be this way, ladies and gentlemen.
But it should. Yeah. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut
Let's
you
go.
off. If you not my dog,
Good morning. Yeah.
I'ma have to cut
Let's
you
go.
off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't play these games no more. What you looking at me for?
I just want the money, yo.
All these games that you be playing, all this talk that you be
Let's
saying,
go.
I don't really like to play. Get this money every way, gotta keep my mental clear. Yeah, you know I'm out of here. I don't really have no fear. Yeah, you keep on showing tears. I'm not with that back and forth. I'm the type to get to work. I'm the type to keep it real. I'm the type to get a deal. I'm the type to chase a bag. I'm the type to pop a jag. I'm sick like I have SARS. Ride around fast cars, rapping like behind bars.
Thank you,
I do this all
Nutty.
for my dogs. This is what it all costs when you gotta be the boss. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off.
Turn up,
I'ma
ladies
have to
and
cut you
gentlemen.
off. I'ma have to cut
Let's
you
go.
off. If you not my dog,
Hey,
I'ma have
hey.
to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you
Let's go.
off. I'ma have to cut you off. This is what it be like when I'm stunting on my enemies. This is what
Good
it
morning,
be like
peace
when
and
I
love.
make them feel my energy. Sitting on these rats, okay. You know what this really means.
You know what it really
This is
means,
what it's
ladies
all
and
about.
gentlemen.
I'm on top of everything.
Let's go.
I'm the boss, don't play with me. This right here, no game to me.
Toxic, 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 toxic.
No, that's not okay with me. Every day you say you scared. Every day I'm making bread. Every day you say you good. Every day I wish you would. This is what it be like when you really on the come up. This is what it be like when you really try to run up. Rookie of the year, better go and break the record.
Hey.
Rookie of the year, better go and get a checkup. Yeah. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off.
I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off.
I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. Yeah. Guess who's back, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Mr. Crossing. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out to the kingdom. Little Hawk, nice to see you. And shout out to all of the people who have been bringing the truth on to TikTok and helping Zeus, helping me out. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. I go by the name of Mr. Crossing, aka Zeus, God of Sky and Thunder. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I still am and will remain one of the most handsome, most attractive men on this platform. Listen, many are called, but only a few are chosen. And ladies and gentlemen, I am the chosen one. Hello, April. Nice to see you. Yes, heaven, I am Triple H. Why? Because I am honest, humble, and handsome. Nutty Professor, I know you hate it when I say it, but it's true. I am. And you need to embrace it like everyone else has. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, we must pick up where we left off. We've been watching Indictment Watch against the former president, okay? And people have been asking me, look, Zeus, he's not been arrested yet. He's not been arrested. You were wrong. And so to those folks, I want to make sure I address you and bring the truth, because I've taken an oath and I promise to tell nothing but the truth. So help me God. Okay. And the first thing I would like to say and constantly remind you about, hold on, is I didn't tell you to go to New York. Trump told you. I didn't say Trump was going to be arrested. Trump told you. Now, okay, making sure that's okay. Okay, now the biggest thing about all of this is this. Rather than Trump setting an example of respect of law, which is what our leader should do, he chose and continues to choose to break the law. Order in the court. He chooses to continue to break the law repeatedly and over many years. This is why he's in the situation he's in. And he's done it in a variety of ways. Good morning, Spiker. Nice to see you. His imminent day of reckoning is coming. And it serves as a reminder that we are a kingdom of law and order. Treason will not be tolerated, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? No one's going to tell you the truth like me, but I'm going to tell you it because I truly, truly care. Treason will not be tolerated in the kingdom. Okay? We have one set of rules that applies equally, and I said equally, to all. And this is why we continue to bring the hammer of truth down onto the former president. These people, and I've lost some people have said this to me, Zeus, I'm not coming back to your lives anymore because you spew so much lies and misinformation. I can't take it. And I say to those people, I'm the most honest person on TikTok. What have I lied about? They can't tell me what I've lied about, okay? Instead, what they're telling me is I'm waking them up and I'm opening their minds to the reality that their former president, their leader, has brainwashed them into believing a lot of things that aren't true. Yes, please put a blue wave in the comment section. Okay, because that serves as a constant reminder to these folks who say that the Democrats stole the election. No, we didn't steal it. We just understood what it took to run a good campaign. Now, getting back to the subject matter at hand. Okay, this Stormy Daniels investigation is something else, isn't it? This investigation, ladies and gentlemen, has uncovered crimes, nasty crimes, fraud, deception, and evasion conducted through a string of financial transactions that were carefully constructed. They were. And you know who constructed them. Okay? And they concealed to protest a variety of interests. Ladies and gentlemen, the former president has been doing this for years. He's a criminal. You can't make up all these investigations and say they're picking on him. At a certain point in time, you got to start to say, where there's smoke, there's fire. But as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, this hammer right here, it oozes with truth. Where's Lynn at? Where's conservative Lynn at? Okay, I know she doesn't want to come to my lives anymore. Okay, she doesn't want to come to my lives anymore. She says, Zeus, your hammer's broken. No, it's not. It's oozing with truth. Okay, and we can only allow the truth to remain hidden for so long before I, Zeus, God of sky and thunder, brings it to light. And I am bringing the truth to light out here on TikTok every single day, 1 second at a time, 1 hour at a time. Now, we are all expected to follow the rule of law in the kingdom Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Heaven. Thank you for putting those emotes. Thank you. We are all expected to follow the rule of law in the kingdom, aren't we? Okay? And the kingdom expects us to. And also the kingdom expects me, Zeus, to enforce the law. Order in the court. This is why I get on TikTok and get out here and start telling this kind of truth, because no one else is going to bring it to you like this. They're going to get in the comment section and they're going to continue to sit there and throw things at us. He's not arrested yet. He's not arrested yet, Zeus. Oh, he's innocent. Keep on believing, because I've maintained the position from the very beginning. Jack Smith is going to get him. Okay, I've always maintained that position. Jack Smith is sitting back, taking photos, reading tweets. He has a whole team of investigators just watching every little one of these little ruses he's doing and how it plays out. Now, let's take the most recent ruse that the former president has put out. Okay, he said he was going to be arrested on Tuesday. This is breaking news. MAGA King, listen up, because I'm going to ask you how much you donated. This is breaking news. He still hasn't been arrested, but he raked in $1.5 million, riling up supporters about seeing him in handcuffs. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Help me! You cannot make this stuff up. So y'all went and paid the man to lie to you. Do you understand what this looks like? Okay, now, before I move any further, this is why I say there won't be a Trump 2024, because I was watching Fox News yesterday, and I wasn't watching it because I'm a consumer of it. I watch it because people tell me you got to have you got to have a balanced approach to what you're covering, Zeus. Okay, fine. And Laura Ingraham, she has a loser recovery program, and she went over all the areas that Trump needs to focus on if he really wants to win 2024. She said things like, stop talking about 2020. Can he stop doing it? Probably not. She said he needs to explain how he so-called rebuilt the economy. Reassure his voters he can win. Blah, 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 blah. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I'm here to remind each and every single one of you that until Trump learns how to have discipline like she suggested and realizes he's not running against anyone other than himself, okay? And he really does. This is the point she made that I truly agree with. She said he needs to stop calling people names and nicknames like that. And I had to think to myself, you know, it's real sad when Fox News has to tell you how to grow up and be mature. So I'm going to say this to all of the supporters of the former president. Please stop calling people names and nicknames, okay? It was cool back then in 2016, but it's not helping you now. Because if you don't do it, your only outcome is this. Ron DeSantis will be your leader, okay? And I'm praying for the day. I really am praying for the day when all these folks, especially MAGA King, I want to see MAGA King in Ron DeSantis gear. Wouldn't that be funny? In Ron DeSantis gear, you're going to be in President Biden gear, because the only gear that you can actually say has a chance at winning is not the former president. It's one of those two. All right, now let's move on. One of the Republicans, famous Republican, okay, I'm not going to mention his name, but he said this, and I think this is also very important. Character counts. And this is a question I wanted to ask many other folks on the right. Does character still count? Okay, because from what I'm hearing on your side, there's a lot of shameful conduct, okay? Because you know what you're doing? You elected a criminal into office. Order. This is what I mean. We cannot have any kind of difference in the way the law is applied. We can't. And these are your own people, ladies and gentlemen, telling you that. These are your own people. Now, moving on, because, you know, there was no arrest yet in New York, but we got to talk about my favorite and your favorite, Jack Smith. Snuggles, are you there? Snuggles, are you there? So, special counsel might think there are still more classified documents. Order in the court. Wait a second. Jack Smith is playing no games. Unprecedented. You recently found out that he pierced that proverbial bubble, that attorney-client bubble that protected Donald Trump. Jack Smith, he pierced that bubble. Boom! It blows up. Oh, no, Poker Dad. Greetings. Jack Smith, he pierced that bubble. The bubble exploded. Now Jack Smith gets to talk to Trump's attorneys. What's going on? We know what he did with Michael Cohen. We know Michael Cohen is an excellent example of how Trump has attorneys that will actually further crimes. So it's no surprise that we got a new attorney, Evan Corcoran, okay, who may very well, ladies and gentlemen, may be tied to these classified documents, okay? And get this. This is why Jack Smith, oh my God, this is why he thinks there's more classified documents. Hold on, let me see if I got it here. Oh, yes, right here. The report goes on to say that prosecutors also want to know details about two men who were caught on surveillance footage moving boxes from the storage room. Snuggles! Snuggles! You never showed us this when you went live, Snuggles. You hid this footage. You keep showing us all this other footage. But Jack Smith, this is why this is so amazing, because Evan Corcoran, he signed off saying there's no more classified documents. A couple weeks later, the FBI showed up and found the classified documents. And then they found even more after this. The laptop. You know, the laptop with the top secret documents on it that his aide had scanned with her phone and uploaded to the cloud. And you would have thought that would have been the end of these classified documents. No. Now we're talking to his attorney, and we got this security footage, and these two men were moving boxes. And yet they get mad at the Democrats. No, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we are a kingdom of law and order in the court. I cannot sit back and watch this guy commit these crimes in broad daylight. I can't sit by and watch this country go down in degradation any longer. We must, ladies and gentlemen, continue to make every effort possible to make sure the former president is held accountable for his crimes and dirty deeds. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. You have two men moving classified documents. In my mind, I am very fair, but I have to start thinking, what has he got to hide? Trump gets on TV. What have I got? What do you got to hide? What do you got to lose? What are those two men down there moving these classified documents for, sir? Why are you having such a hard time giving those documents back to the United States government when we've made it very clear they're not yours? What are you doing? Yeah. His social media platform, Truth Social. This is why it don't matter if New York get him. It doesn't matter if Georgia get him. But it does matter if Jack Smith gets him. Because that Jack Smith is something else. I'm telling you. No flaws in his game. If you watch oh God, I'm sweating just thinking about Jack Smith. There's no flaws in his game. You've never heard Jack Smith fumble the play at all. This is why I think Trump's up. Yes, Heaven, thank you for putting those photos of Jack Smith in the comment section. See, it's the blue wave and the picture of Jack Smith. I tell you, it scares the Trump supporters because they know when deep down inside, he's nothing to play with. I've gone to Snuggles Live. Jack ain't gonna do, and then he curses and uses a very nasty, vulgar word. Go look at the conviction rate of the DOJ, folks. I'll give you the New York thing. That's cute, right? The New York play. Oh, thank you, Brother Greg. Subscribe it. See, the New York play, I'll give you that. I'll give you the New York play. You can come back and say, Zeus! Michael Cohen. This is the new rumor going on out here, by the way, and I didn't want to address it, but I got to address lies and conspiracies out here. One of my good friends actually sent me a letter from Michael Cohen's attorney, where Michael Cohen, in the letter, indicated that the money that was paid to Stormy Daniels was not from Trump at all. It was from himself. And Trump had nothing to do with it. And they said, this is the bombshell evidence that absolves Trump from any wrongdoing. And I laughed when I saw that, because if you followed the history, Cohen went to jail for lying, amongst other things. So it's not just, we're going to take this letter that he wrote back in 2018 and that means he got the money from his attorney and it had no. He was lying when he wrote that letter. That letter is not, that's not going to help him. That's not going to change the fact that Trump org falsified business documents. That letter doesn't change that. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, before I open up the box, people think that this case is going to go away. I have news for you, especially the Trump supporters that are still here. Trump attorneys tell him to prepare to lose to Alvin Bragg. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. You know, my friends always say, oh my gosh. They told him to prepare to lose. And he should. His supporters, give up your last pennies to him, okay? Go ahead. He got to 1.5. Go ahead and get him the 5 mil, okay? Because he's going to need that money to pay those legal fees, and possibly when he's, in, whatever form of presidential prison they put him in, he may need money on his books. So go ahead. But his own attorneys know this. Why are his own attorneys saying this? Why is Ivanka Trump, ladies and gentlemen, why is Ivanka Trump keeping her distance? Because they all see it, but yet it's still, you don't. I don't know why. Brother Anthony, can you make it make sense? Now, I'm going to open up the box. They told me this morning. Oh, they told me, Zeus, you need to create, no, they say, Zeus, you can't make TikTok lives just talking about Trump. You should talk about other things. To those people, I have news to say. Unfortunately, that's not how the cookie crumbles. I cannot be told how to cover the truth in the kingdom of Olympus. The fact of the matter is this. The reason we talk Trump over here is because Trump is definitely a threat to the American apparatus, the United States of America. He is a threat because we've seen the damage he's done. In 4 years, this guy has done irreversible damage, not just to the United States, but to the whole world universe because of his immaturity and his criminal conduct. So no, and now that he's made it clear he's running for office again, no, we're going to cover this guy until the cows come home, until it's very clear he's done in terms of losing. Now, let's open up those boxes, ladies and gentlemen, because I know there's so many of you who want to weigh in on the things that I've shared. And you know the rule. This is the show. This is the morning show. I do this every day, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. through 7:30 a.m. Pacific. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. I just ask that you come in the box and you share your perspective. None of us work in DC. I at least hope not. And so all of us have a very valid perspective. So if you get in the box, I may do it one at a time. I might bring some up, but please be respectful to each other, okay? And we will have these tough conversations because I do believe deep down inside that this truth that I am bringing is actually going to help get this country right back on track. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up those boxes. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, we have some. Okay, Brother Greg, Brother Double
What up,
I.
Zeus?
Oh, and Brother Nutty Professor, good morning.
The good
So,
brother Zeus, how you doing today,
Oh, I'm
Zeus?
doing all right. How are you?
I just love getting my daily dose of the truth when I wake up in the morning. It just makes me feel so good.
Thank you. You're welcome. I
It's like
try.
taking much need vitamins for me.
Hey, it's needed. It's needed because there's a lot of misinformation floating around out here on TikTok. Okay. And so let's get
so
into this.
Zeus.
First of all, I think the elephant in the room seems to be that a lot of Trump supporters are crying wolf when it comes to this New York potential indictment. What are your thoughts on it?
Zeus, if I may, hundreds of people on Twitter insisting that Alvin Bragg withheld hundreds of pages of exculpatory evidence from his grand jury, but
Good
the sources that they
morning.
linked to,
Good morning.
0. I cannot find a single one.
Oh,
And
so
that's
you
not
wait. So you're saying there wasn't any information withheld by Alvin Bragg?
correct.
Uh-oh!
And
Order!
also, I just wanted to
Another
add
truth bomb.
that Robert Costello does the dirty work of Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, and Steve Bannon. So him telling Fox News that he told the grand jury that Trump didn't know about the payment to Daniels, which we know for a fact he did, exposes him as just another sad cultist.
Mm.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a truth bomb.
Thank you.
And so, last thing I'll say. So many MAGAs believe a grand jury must hear from both the defense and the prosecution. The defense could conceivably want to use a trial, and the standard of proof is beyond a reasonable doubt. It's all widely false.
Zeus, sorry to interrupt, but Zeus, why is he talking so soft? Like,
Because he's reporting from a secret compound, okay?
Yeah, secret compound.
Greg comes in here.
oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
it's okay, but he's almost done, and then we're gonna move on up. Greg, so you're spilling the beans,
So,
okay?
and the idea that a 2018 letter from Cohen sent before he was convicted and became a cooperating witness had to be disclosed to the grand jury is preposterous. The grand jury was surely told of Cohen's lies before that, before he was a cooperating witness.
You hear that, folks? You hear that? And you know what you may not have heard him say it, but he also said Jack Smith. Thank you, brother Greg. Double I. Let's get it going. What do you
I
got
just
for
think
us this morning?
I just think it's very funny because what the right doesn't know, what MAGA doesn't know, all the evidence have not even been revealed yet.
Mm.
You're getting tidbits. So I'm sure that there's a lot more information that we're not privy to as the public that will come out.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, on the MAGA, it'll be all fake news.
Oh, you don't think? Wait a second. Are you suggesting that when law enforcement concludes their duties of investigating the former president, that the Trump supporters will not trust law enforcement? In other words, they won't back the blue.
No, they
No.
would not
Why
back
would they
the
do
blue.
that?
They
It's
won't
not in
back
the
the
interest
blue.
to back the blue.
They won't back anybody because their mind so fixated on Trump that they think that Trump will make the world, not just America, the entire world great again. That they don't care about nothing other than him. Like if they could get Trump in office every 4 years, they would be really happy. So I just
Mm.
want to put this out there. Can we all congratulate Uganda on that law? I'm so happy.
What was that? I couldn't quite catch that.
I'm just putting it out there. Can we congratulate Uganda on that law they made yesterday? I'm so happy.
Uganda?
Yeah, you didn't hear
Is
about it?
Trump doing business in Uganda?
No, he can't do business in Uganda. They banned him.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Trump is banned in Uganda, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make
Yeah,
this
they
stuff
they
up.
banned him because he is. Remember, Trump is doesn't like to talk about it because I always get bananaed for this.
Oh, well, then you don't need to risk it. We get it. We get it.
But I don't care.
But that just
He
serves
he
as a.
is he is Trump is a racist and he don't like people not only of color but of different, you know, Hispanics and Chinese and immigrants. He don't like immigrants at all.
Oh, well,
So
that's interesting. Some people would say he just has a problem identifying with people from diverse backgrounds. That's what I've heard.
yeah, but he's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. Let me tell you why he's a hypocrite. He don't like people of different besides whitey people. He don't like immigrants,
So
people
true.
who's not American, but none of his wives are American. Like, oh, Make that make sense to me.
Well, I can't explain him. I'm still doing my research in terms of what makes him click, what makes him tick as an individual. But I think the almighty dollar is his main priority. You know what I mean? I think he's motivated strictly by money, and he has no morals when it comes to making it. You can see that in his most recent grift. What kind of man would lie to his loyal supporters? Well, he did it twice, once on January 6th, so it's not shocking to me. But what kind of man would lie to his supporters and tell them he's going to get arrested just to get $1.5 million? Shame! Shame! I know.
Please, shape. I mean, like
You can't,
I'm reading the
I
comments.
know, ladies and
I'm reading
gentlemen.
the comments right now, and I'm seeing like
Woo!
they're saying how Trump isn't racist and stuff, but
Um,
he is.
now,
Everybody have a right to opinion, so you know.
Oh, I have a friend coming up. Kiss my grits, and I think she's, I have to give it to her. She's brave for coming in the box in light of
And can I say,
this new information. Kiss my grits. Hello, good morning. And Nutty Professor, I haven't ignored you. You're free to talk whenever you want.
Good
hey, can I say
morning.
this as well? Hey, it's mighty funny that a lot of MAGAs say they support Trump because he's not a politician. Well, being a politician could help him in this situation because he would know how to be corrupt better.
And he is very corrupted. He's a very corrupt person, for real.
I
So,
mean,
so
I
good
laugh
morning,
at your
good
background,
morning, everybody.
Zeus.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Um, Kiss my grits. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Uh, Conservative Lynn, Snuggles. You may not be able to host these people any longer because of the new TikTok guidelines. Have you not seen the new TikTok guidelines? They will now start um monitoring the truth about the election.
Oh,
Did you see
really?
the new? Yes, this is the new
Wait, say
TikTok
that again.
guideline.
I just got a phone call.
When
Say that
Nutty
again.
Professor, when did the guidelines came out?
They started rolling them out uh 2 days ago.
yesterday, yeah, a
So
couple days
Really?
every
ago.
yeah, so every time you get on live now, you should get a little notification from the first time that says the about the new guidelines. You need to go read them. They're very
I
interesting.
did
Is
get a notification, but
is
Oh,
that
you didn't read
is
it.
you know
that the
what, Nutty
guideline?
Professor? It does. I
Is
don't know
that
And
if
the
what
it
did the
applies to
guideline
me.
notification
where
say?
Can you let the
I
host
think I
speak,
saw that
please?
on TikTok where they
Can you let
was
the host
talking
speak?
about they're banning TikTok from
No, not that one. Not
people of
that one. This is
office or
different.
something like that.
So let's unpack what Nutty Professor just said. The new TikTok guidelines are going to make it very clear that Biden won the 2020 election.
Well, they didn't say it exactly that, but
Well,
pretty much, yeah.
Are we back onto that crap again?
It's not
oh,
crack. It's not crap. Kiss my grits
Well, it
because
is crap. I mean,
no,
it's
no,
our own.
kiss my
It's
grits. Here,
our own beliefs.
kiss,
How is
no,
somebody going to dictate
kiss
what
my
we
grits. Hold
believe?
on. When you signed up for this app, you clicked a little box that says you will abide by the terms and conditions. This is a private app, so they have the right. They have the right
groovy
to do
cakes.
this.
I see
Why
you.
why what but okay, so when they created this app, they created live. Why can't we express our own opinion and feelings? Why can't we do that? Everyone has a right to their opinions. Why
Exactly.
can't we why can't we express our feelings? I
So
mean,
You
before
can't
we
Because
just
it's a
debate,
private
unbiased.
app.
We
It's
talking
before we
about
private app.
debate this,
lives. We're
before we
talking about
debate this,
lives, not
before
your
we deb
opinion.
oh my gosh,
Wait, no.
before we
You can't tell what we saw and what we didn't.
No,
This
what you're
doesn't go
saying is
off of
not
what
correct.
what Trump has said. This is what went off of what our own eyes seen.
I
But
think you should before you get all worked up about it, kiss my grits. I think you should go read the terms and conditions and then let Zeus
You want me to minister to
reintroduce.
you, kiss my grits?
Hmm?
You want me to minister to you? You want me to read them, to you like I do the regular truth that I bring?
Minister,
you know what,
what?
Zeus?
That I can't
Read the
read?
guidelines because I think I missed the guidelines. So read the
Well,
guidelines. Let
I'm
me
not.
hear what they say.
I'm not insinuating that you can't read. I'm just simply saying, I have a way of bringing the truth, right? And maybe that's what we need to do. You
Well,
know.
I want to know. Well, I want to know the truth. So
Well,
Here we
Okay, well
go.
then
Okay,
Here we
I'm
go.
willing.
truth
I'm
is
willing to. I'm
subjective.
willing to hear. I'm willing to
Truth
hear.
is
I gotta go do
subjective.
my research and then
You're
I'll be
listening to
back.
the truth. You're listening
And
to
let me
the
say,
truth. Zeus bringing the
let me
See,
truth.
say this,
y'all
Zeus.
can't flip and handle the truth.
Now
It's
here comes the
subjective.
number one. Here comes the number one excuse. I just saw it and I was waiting for it. Oh, TikTok is run by the Democrats and Biden now.
Oh
I
no,
was
no,
What?
no.
waiting.
What?
I was waiting on it. I was waiting on it. You cannot spread misinformation. I'm sorry. This
No.
is a
Why the
private
lie?
app.
Yo. I think that even though TikTok is a private app, we should be allowed to say how we feel and express our opinion as our right to express ourselves as a human being. I think we should be able to do that.
Unfortunately, that's
Exactly.
not
That's
how you run
our
business.
right.
That's not how you run businesses. You can't say anything you want to. I'm sorry. It's business
Okay, are
101.
we who are we hurting to state our opinion? If it's not a threat, if it's not inciting anything, who are we hurting stating
Your
our
lies
opinion?
incite. Your
Right. I
lies
Okay,
incite.
agree.
Just like
okay. So let
Donald
me
Mhm.
Trump
read
did. He
this.
incited a
Let me
riot on
read this.
January 6th.
Let me
That's
read this.
nothing about January 6th is nothing on about
Oh,
how
this is
we feel
good.
about
Your,
November
you and your
3rd.
It says,
supporters are.
listen, TikTok has also added tribe as a protected attribute in its hate speech and hateful behavior policy, providing more culturally sensitive consideration, while it's also added new specific rules protecting government and political party accounts and combating election misinformation. Is that what we're referring to, Nutty Professor?
It is, and it specifically even breaks it down a little bit further and talks about getting people registered to vote. It also talks about the how the votes are counted, and
Mm.
it also talks about the outcome of an election.
And it says this will take
So,
place April
so,
21st,
so
2023.
we can talk about people getting the right to vote. We can talk about that on
No,
lives.
you
That's what
can.
you're
It
trying
just
to
can't be misinformation.
You can't
And
talk
it
What the
about
starts
hell
lies
is
April
if Donald Trump
21st.
misinformation?
supporter spreads.
You know what? You know what? This is what I don't
Misinformation is
understand.
saying the
This
election
is
was
hang
stolen.
on,
That's
hang on. This is what
misinformation.
I
Order
don't
in the
understand.
court. Kiss my grits,
Oh,
please.
I got one too. I just don't want to bring it out, Zeus. Stop.
No, no,
Okay,
no. I'm
this is
letting
what
you.
I don't understand.
Uh huh.
When someone gets bad news or someone gets told something wrong, it's y'all lying. It's misinformation. On the Trump side, on the Democratic side is, oh, it's just bad intel. What the
Can
hell?
I speak to this? It's misinformation when it's been proven false. That's misinformation.
Proven
The
false.
claims that you make.
Have you looked at the documents on
So
who's been charged with November 3rd?
November 3rd.
November
third.
3rd.
Yeah. I
Um,
ain't saying that y'all can fucking put two and two together.
come on.
Oh,
Hey.
Kiss my
sorry.
grits.
See,
No,
that's what
don't
happened
cast
when
your
MAGA
I
gets
know.
small.
Listen, I love
don't
Kiss My
don't
Grits, ladies and
don't
gentlemen.
in the
I
live.
just know this is tough for her to deal
You
with
will
right now.
get
A lot
you
coming.
will get banana. Don't cuss on the live. You'll get banana.
You can't
Hey,
Now,
Kiss My
now,
spread
Grits.
no
now.
I have a
lies no
question.
more.
So
Her
let's.
I have a
supporters can't
question for
spread
Kiss My
any
Grits.
lies. That's what Kiss
Chris
My
My,
Grits do. She spread lies all over
hey,
TikTok. Her,
hey, Kiss My Grits.
Lynn,
Can I ask you a question
Oh,
real quick?
deal with it, buddy. Deal with it.
Kiss My Grits.
What?
Let me pose a question. Kiss My Grits real quick. Kiss My Grits. Are you from Georgia or you're a resident of Georgia?
No.
Okay. So didn't the Trump administration come out and say that Georgia was stolen from President Trump, right?
He did. He did.
Okay.
I'm a resident of Georgia, and the electors said it was not stolen. Would you still peddle that misinformation, even though it's been proven untrue?
No. Because
Good.
see, there's some foolery going on. See, is that any better, Zeus? There's
Yeah,
some
yeah. I
foolery that
appreciate that.
happened where the AG changed the laws right before it. Um, and they shouldn't have.
No,
Give me,
that's not
give me the
true.
law. I'm a Georgia resident, so
Yeah,
But
because it
give me
happened
the
in
law.
my
but
state.
Oh,
but Kiss My Grits. I think you would agree that it makes sense that TikTok is doing this because we saw what happened on January 6th, right? Lies.
Wait. Are we talking about November 3rd or January 6th? Pick a topic.
Well, what's November 3rd? Please remind me.
You already know. I told you.
That's when Trump lost.
Oh, that day? Is that what you were talking about?
Y'all are not gonna bait me into saying it, so y'all
That
can
Trump
get me
lost?
banned.
That Trump lost?
He
Like
lost.
I said, y'all are not gonna
He,
bait me into
he
saying
lost.
it, so y'all can get me
He lost.
banned.
Like when he lost on November 3rd, his yellow face was like, "Ugh, I lost."
Now,
You know, it's funny. It's funny. Y'all are so angry that Trump will not be arrested for this Stormy Daniels
He is
BS.
oh,
going to be.
now listen up. I just wanted to make sure,
It's
Kiss my,
that
we all have
funny
an
that y'all want to
understanding.
bring up.
Y'all know that
It's
a lot of
that
people are
funny
saying that
that y'all want to
November
bring that
3rd.
up.
Hey, Lynn,
Y'all
have you
know
played?
that a lot of
I
people
mean,
are saying November 3rd is rigged, right?
hey, Kiss My
They're
Grits, have you
saying that
played spades
that is a
before?
rig.
Greg, I'm going to bring up
I
someone
could only
else.
hear one person at a time, guys.
Hey,
Thank you,
Kiss My
Greg. I'm
Grits,
going
have
to
you
bring up
played
someone
spades
else.
before? Let me answer this question
Oh
to you. Have you
yeah,
played spades before?
I've played spades.
Jack Smith have the big joker, the little joker, the deuces, and the ace wild. He has all of
Yeah,
that.
okay. Yeah, where's the charges?
Oh, just wait.
Groovy.
Just because he has
Good
the
morning,
deuce of
Zeus.
hearts
Good morning.
and the deuce of
Good morning,
diamonds
nigga.
doesn't mean he's got anything.
Okay, can I
Jack
say
Smith
something?
holds
I
all
kind
the
of want to
cards.
say something.
Jack
Yes,
Smith ain't
Groovy.
got Jack.
So the new regulation states that they can't pass. Well, I'm summing up. You can't pass misinformation about the election.
Mm.
So you can't say, "Well, it's my opinion." We can't have opinions. There's facts, and then there's opinions or misinformation. So stating and lying about someone winning when they did not, when there's
Y'all just mad Trump got
more
y'all.
than enough proof that he lost,
Hmm.
then you're spreading misinformation if you said he didn't.
That was strong. You put something extra in there, huh, Groovy Kicks?
That is facts, though. She just spoke facts, though.
So,
Hey, Kiss,
Kiss My Grits, are you willing to turn away from the
Nope.
lies that Snuggles is pushing and embrace?
You know what? Here's what y'all don't understand. I give two craps what anybody thinks on their own about that. Okay? This is what I know to be true. I've seen it with my eyes.
What?
Okay?
What have
What
you
November
have you
seen?
seen with
3rd.
your eyes?
What have you seen with your eyes?
Everyone saw on November 3rd that he lost. He even had the votes recounted
Boom.
because he said that
Swerving.
it was rigged. You understand? And up to this day,
I
It was
people
the
don't care
still
eighth,
what
right?
say,
Donald Trump said. Listen,
up
this
to
is
this
what y'all
day,
fail to
people still
understand.
saying that November 3rd was rigged.
Okay, so get it through y'all skulls. All right? I don't care what Donald Trump said. Okay? What I am going off of is what I seen in my own state. And if there wasn't any foolery going around, you cannot prove to me there wasn't any. Because
So
of
it's not
my
about the
state, what
truth.
my state did.
It's
Kiss
not
My
about
Grits,
the
let me
truth
answer
for
this
you.
specific
It's about you
question.
being right, regardless of the truth. It has
Oh my
nothing to do with
God.
the truth
What's.
for you. You refuse
Oh,
to be
okay.
wrong,
No,
Hey,
no, no,
but
no.
you
Kiss
are
My
See,
wrong.
Grits.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. You think other people run the way I feel and think. Y'all are badly mistaken. I am almost
You can
52
think
years
what
old.
you
I don't
want,
need
but you're
no
wrong.
one to tell me
That's kind of what I'm
how to
saying.
feel and how to think
Doesn't make you right.
in my own damn opinion.
Mm.
Can I ask this legitimate question, Kiss My Grits? So you think there was election fraud in your own state, right?
I think there is some foolery that happened.
Right.
Like I said,
All right,
when the
so
AG changes the law right before the election because of some flipping so-called pandemic, there's some foolery going on.
That's the type of stuff. TikTok is coming after that. Comments like that, where she calls it a pandemic, when we all know over 1 million Americans lost their lives because of the pandemic. That's very disrespectful.
Because,
Even if she
yep,
doesn't agree with it, that's very disrespectful,
Well,
especially for people who have lost people to the pandemic, like me. Now you've triggered me and pissed me off because I lost my mother to the
stay
pandemic.
wait a
pissed.
sec. Well, I
Stay
do. Listen, we
pissed
don't need to
because you
get to
think
that
I
level
didn't
with
lose
this
people.
conversation.
You're
I think it's
badly
going to be tough.
mistaken.
This is going
But
to be
it's
a
how
tough.
they,
And the
Nah,
reason why
nah.
she's
it's
the
Kiss
how
way
my
she
grits.
is,
they
and she
Ev-
keeps
the
saying my state.
hospitals
Okay,
Kiss my grits.
dealt
You
with
don't
it.
have no
okay.
soul.
Everyone can talk at the same time. We
Kiss
need,
my
we need,
grits. You don't have a
we
soul.
need order
Real
here.
talk.
Order,
I don't
yes,
have a
in the
soul. Okay,
kingdom.
that's fine. You can say whatever. I really
Kiss
Now,
my
don't
grits.
care.
Kiss my grits. You can't talk like that and make jokes and stuff and make your opinions
Ain't
on stuff
nobody
with the
making jokes. Y'all act
no,
like
with
I
the
haven't lost
no, you're
people.
not listening. With the
order in
pandemic,
the court. All
the
right. There are
pandemic
other
took
people.
away
There are other
the
people that
pandemic
want to
took
come up in
away
the
a
box.
lot of
Oh
people.
my
I have
God.
lost one of my favorite uncles to the pandemic, and I still can't get over his death for that. You understand? But
Hey,
you can't do that because there are people who lost really important people to the pandemic. And true, like I understand when the professor, I understand what he. I mean, this is the guy he lost his mom due to the pandemic. You can't make statements like that. You could be hated. Come on, you have to use your words wisely. You
Now, moving it
Zeus, can I say
along.
this and I'll drop?
I think we've gone as far as we can with the situation. Now let's move on to other conversation talking points because there's other people who want to come in the box. I
Hey,
think I will revisit the community guidelines. It's important to note, like I said, these don't go into effect until April 21st, 2023, and it is now time for everyone to put their best foot forward when they're out here on TikTok. The lies and misinformation are coming to an end. And I
That's
think
very true. Check out the CDC.
I I can't do that one right now either. Okay.
Well, then
But
you might want to.
now now there are a few other panelists that would like to come up. So I'm gonna have to toggle through uh and bring up some of the next guests. What an interesting conversation. Wow. What an interesting conversation, folks. Um
and can I just say this, Zeus, to kiss my grits and I'll drop down?
also, yes,
If
yes, please.
if if you want to claim there's election fraud in your state, say that the Republicans that got votes casted for them too, those are all fake and insufficient as well. Don't just do it for liberals.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
be
didn't.
consistent. Be
When
consistent.
did I put a side on it? When did I put a side on it? I didn't.
Thank you. Oh,
There was no amount of election fraud that would have differed with the results of the election, period. So you need to stop pushing false information, Kat. It's enough. And calling it a pandemic
I
shows
think
me
yours
you are
should.
nothing but a QAnon nut.
I think
oh,
yours
to be
should
clear,
just.
it
You
has
don't
already
know
been
what
Ooh,
I
very
am,
named
well.
called.
Shay.
It
You
has
don't
been
know
Stop.
what
named.
I am.
Good
Other
morning.
than I'm
Let's
Stop.
be
listening
clear
to
Good
a
again.
QAnon
morning.
man.
nut. You
Yes,
and
no
Snuggles
name
push
calling
nothing
in the
but
But
box.
QAnon,
good that you
QAnon
could
stuff.
Y'all,
good
we need
Yes.
order.
good
One
that you could
person
think
alone
for
can
me.
speak.
Pandemic is QAnon. It is. Bottom line. And it came out of your mouth, sweetheart.
According to the CDC,
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, what an interesting discussion. These TikTok guidelines are something else. They are bringing out all kinds of truth. Um, you know what I got to say? Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Double I. Thank you all for being brave enough to get into this box. Kiss my grits. Thank you. But we must maintain order in the kingdom. Okay, I know it's hard to embrace the truth. Good morning, little Miss Perfect. So lovely to see you. Yes, for some strange reason, there's a lot of drama. But that's what happens when you bring the hammer of truth out. Well, you get people to confess their sins. Okay? You get these people to come in the box and realize that, you know what? Perhaps I've been led down the wrong path. So, in order to get to the right path, I think you do need to follow Laura Ingram's. This was her words to the former president. One, you got to stop talking about 2020. I didn't want to agree with her, but after hearing that conversation, I'm thinking I'm agreeing. So, to the Trump supporters, you got to let go of 2020. It's over. Biden won fair and square. Okay? And January 6th, that was Trump's fault. And apparently, the rest of the world seems to agree with that. And that's why TikTok is cracking down, because we understand that if you do not stop yourself, you may end up where all those people who are currently facing charges in DC are. You might end up just like them. So this is our last time. This is our attempt to get you to reel it in and say, you know what? Enough is enough. Yes, please put the blue waves in the comment section. Okay. You do need to work on focusing on getting your story straight. If Trump supposedly had the best economy, tell us how he did it. Because right now, it's kind of hard to imagine. We don't have anything to really say this is what he's done, because all he does is spend his time on social media crying. You also need to prove that you can be a winner. Okay? And you know who's proving that they can be a winner? President Biden. You call him whatever you want to call him. Okay? But he's winning. He's circling the globe. He's putting stats up all over the map. And I'm being honest. And he's doing it with the help of a lot of people. I don't know what the red wave was. I heard there was supposed to be a red wave. It never came. And it probably won't come, not at this rate, because we're still having a debate a lot of things that happened in the past that really shouldn't even be debated. History is not something we're going to continue to have to debate at this point. We all witnessed what happened. Okay? And Trump and the supporters, you do need to work on exercising more discipline. Okay? Just because you don't get your way, just because you don't get your way, you can't just throw a fit. You just can't start laying into people. This is for everyone. We don't need to call each other names just because we don't get our way. People don't understand us. You have to let people walk into the truth. Yes, as Poker Dad suggested, we are splitting the Red Sea when it comes to the Republican Party. And that's what this hammer is doing. It is splitting the Red Sea. You need to focus on who you're running against a little bit better. I don't know what Trump thinks he's going to do by calling Ron DeSantis names, while DeSantis has already proven that he can win. Trump is not proving he can win. So to his supporters, this is my last call. My hope is that you really take meticulous notes and go back to the drawing board and come up with a better game plan to actually win elections. Because crying that you lost and it was rigged, it's not going to help. People have woken up and wisened up to that kind of game, and they know it's not going to work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And no, MAGA King, I don't owe you 20 grand. Come on now, cut it out. Why do I owe you 20 grand? Let's open up these boxes. We got a little more time. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, my man Swervin is coming in the box. Let's go.
Hi, Zeus.
Joey, greetings.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Let me
How
mute.
are you?
Good. Let me mute real quick, okay?
All right. Swervin, greetings.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing this morning?
I'm all right. How are you doing? How's the family doing?
Oh, we're hanging in there. Looks like Mama Jenny is going to need to have a surgery performed. And at her age and her frailty, either way, it's going to be a risk. So my wife and I are just kind of on pins and needles right now.
Okay, well, hang in there, and my condolences go out to you and your family. I hope everything works out the way it should. And
Believe me, we're hanging, brother. We're hanging as best as we can. But I wanted
awesome.
to, I wanted to
Hmm.
say, um, you know. I wanted to kind of go back off of something that Shay said when it comes to election fraud. And Zeus, the first time you had me in your box, you asked me three definitive questions.
I did.
Do you believe the election was stolen?
I
My
did.
my answer was no, right? And it's because the election was not stolen. It's amazing to me. I find it very funny and very ironic. I can cite several election fraud cases that actually got prosecuted. For instance, the three senior citizens in Florida who tried to fill out absentee ballots
Hmm.
for people who had actually passed on.
Right.
The gentleman, I believe he was in Pennsylvania, who filled out his absentee ballot on behalf of Donald Trump
Mm.
after he had been arrested for unaliving his own wife.
Right.
And that was who he filled out the ballot for, was Donald Trump on behalf of his wife that he unalived.
Mm.
And then there's Donald Trump himself. Donald Trump had to fill out his ballot 3 times, and it was caught the first 2 times because he filled out his
That's
first
that
ballot.
foolery. That's that foolery, huh?
Yeah, he filled out his first ballot claiming that he was a citizen of New York, and it got rejected. He filled
Wow.
out his second ballot claiming he was a citizen of Florida, which he wasn't a citizen of Florida
Mm.
at the time. So
Mm.
then he finally filled out the third ballot. But you know what's funny, Zeus? They talk
What's
about
that?
these mail-in ballots and how fraudulent they are. There are states out there that do nothing but mail-in ballots, and all of those states went for Donald Trump. They didn't have jack or crap to say about any single one of those states. It's
Mm.
only the swing states that he lost his natural behind in. And then he sat there and cried like a baby. To this day, he is still grifting off of it. I don't know if
He's
you know it, Zeus. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but he made the claim that he was going to be arrested on Tuesday.
right.
On Monday, he told his supporters, donate $3,300 or $3,000, whatever you can afford, to this campaign.
Whatever you can
So the
afford.
grift continues,
Ah.
and it's just amazing to me. Well, it's not amazing, but the sad part, Zeus, people are going to keep giving him money, and I don't know. We got all these other billionaires in the world. You
Mm.
got Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, George Soros, Bill Gates. Not a single one of
Chrysler.
them have come out and said, "Give me your money because I'm a
Mm.
billionaire."
Mm.
And I'm sorry, but if you're sitting there wearing $1,000 worth of Trump 2024 paraphernalia, and you're sitting there in your grandmother's basement, covered in peanut butter, wearing your Trump 2024 Speedo, wondering what it is you're doing, don't sit here and complain to me about gasoline prices.
Don't complain. Yes. Don't complain that you don't got any money and you keep giving your money to Trump at this point. I don't want to hear it. Good point,
Exactly.
Swervin.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. That was a bunch of truth, and I hope it resonated with all of you.
Well, what the funny thing is about what Swerve was talking about is that he even said that there was fraud in Texas, and I'm like, dude, I don't know how thick-headed you are, but you won in Texas. And
Mm.
then he's over here saying we should have a recount, and I'm like, what?
And
This guy.
and just to echo off what he's saying, Donald Trump wanted a recount in Houston, which is one of the most predominantly African American cities within Texas. That was the only county that they wanted a recount in, and then bobblehead Hot Wheels Babbitt went right along with it and wasted more of the taxpayers' money.
Wasting money. Shame. You know what?
Shame.
There's really nothing else left to say at this point other than you got to do better, folks, especially to the folks on the right. Now, Queen, greetings. I haven't heard from you. Good morning. Are you there?
Hi, sorry, Zeus. I was trying to unmute.
Oh,
How
no.
are you?
I'm doing all right.
Watching you content. I just wanted to see if you saw something on TikTok. Do you follow Democrat Brian from
No.
Midas Touch?
I
Okay,
heard
well,
of I've heard of it, but I don't follow him.
okay. He put up a post today of Trump's lawyer, right?
You're going in and out. I can't hear you. Are you in a hallway of some sort? Are you reporting from a secret bunker?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Is
I
that
can.
better?
Yes.
Okay, I took it off the stand. Anyway, the lawyer now for the New York case, I don't remember his name, but the guy who was trying to grab the papers from Ari on
Oh, yeah, Joe.
MSNBC the other night.
Yeah, Joe, he tackled
Tapaco
what
Yeah, so
or
he was on
Topinco.
CNN. He was on CNN. There's a video if you go to Democrat Brian.
hmm
I guess it's a few years ago. It was when the Stormy Daniels came out. And he was saying that if everything is true with what happened to Trump and Stormy Daniels, the campaign money and stuff, that he's screwed, that he can't, that he's going to be put in jail. So this is his own lawyer a few
Yeah.
years ago
They're,
saying this, and he actually picked him to cover him for this case, which is insane because you can go and watch the video. He's
yeah.
basically saying he's guilty, you know?
And they know it. And so then now they go, no case, no handcuffs. Trump's going to be walking away into the sunset, right into the White House, because all this information has just made him so popular amongst his base. He's not getting any new supporters as a result of this. Let's just be honest. I wouldn't be near him with a 130,000 foot pole if you had common sense, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now,
And Zeus, you were right with what Laura Ingraham said.
yeah,
Let's move on from this. There's no reversing the 2020 election. It's
none.
done.
I
Nobody
like
wants to revisit the 2020 election because why? It's done. And at this point, nobody cares about the 2020 election because it's done. They need to move on, and they're trying to tell folks we need to move on and we need to look at 2024. But with the culture wars that the Republicans have started,
Mm.
they're going to lose again in 2024.
I don't care about Trump either, Groovy. I don't. It's sad we got to do this every day until the message lands. Okay, but we're going to.
Yeah,
We're
we're
going.
going
I'm
to
going
send
to.
the
I should say.
message. Yeah.
Huh?
Well, it's not
Yep.
even the funny thing. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No,
Sorry.
you're fine. No. I was just agreeing with Zeus. We're just going to keep doing it, and it's making them so angry. They're to a point where they can't keep up with all of it, and they're just like, whatever. Watch. You're just waiting.
I was just
And
I was
it's
just gonna
like,
say it's funny because it wasn't even just Lauren Ingram that was coming out and saying that he needs to stop. Sean Hannity was caught messages saying that he needs to stop. Tucker Carlson, Mark Meadows even admitted, okay, yeah, I'm trying to do everything I can. Jared Kushner, I mean, good lord, it was just all these people, around him in his inner circle telling him, Mr. President, you need to stop this. It's just going to get worse if you keep doing this. And it got worse and worse and worse.
And he continues with it.
that's right.
Well, we all know, ladies and gentlemen, in the immortal words of Zeus, we all
Yes.
know that you cannot bring the truth without bringing the facts.
That's right.
Facts.
And when you bring the facts that show you the truth, if you don't want to accept the truth, then you living on a different planet.
Exactly.
Now,
And good
wait a
morning,
second.
everyone, by the way. Good morning, everyone. Servant, I hope you're doing well, man.
Yeah, I'm
Hello,
hanging in there. We're
What?
doing okay. We're doing okay. Thank you.
Mr.
Wait a second.
Crossings. Mr. Crossings, now wait. These people are wrong.
Oh God. Snuggles, you are in Kiss My Bacon's account.
Oh,
Snap.
what?
This is sad. Sad.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh
You
my.
guys, we were talking about community guidelines, and we had Groovy Cakes coming up here talking about the communist China guidelines that you guys need to follow, that we shouldn't have freedom of speech and know that Trump won the election. That's great. That was great. I can't clap my hands right now, but
Yeah.
bravo on that communist China
Blah, blah,
community
blah,
guidelines
blah,
will be
blah,
followed.
blah.
So
Ladies and
Zeus,
gentlemen, this
Zeus,
is
can I say something
pathetic.
real quick?
Chinese violin.
Yes,
Order. Okay.
Zeus, can I say
okay,
something?
Swerve,
yes,
you want to say something real
I
quickly?
wanted I wanted to say this to Snugs real quick. Snugs was in my live this past weekend watching me
Oh,
cook, and I appreciate you being there, and I appreciate you giving me some words of encouragement, Snuggles. I really do.
absolutely. I love you,
Okay,
Swervin. This isn't about
thank you.
politics. It's about humanity.
No,
And yeah,
I
we joke around, we get tough on politics, but when it comes to people being sick and people genuinely having family time and cook time, I love it. I'll watch it. Oh no.
well,
And I
I like I
that's
said,
I saw Groovy. I didn't mean to say oh no, Swervin. Groovy's up at top here.
no, it's all good, man.
But yeah,
It's all
it's
good.
great. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I appreciate those good words of encouragement.
Absolutely. We're Gen Xers, you know what I'm saying? We
Now,
know how it was back then. We were
now,
great.
on the other side of that,
Oh,
I need to tell you, and I would
yes.
say this to anyone: your freedom of speech, it does not apply and it never has applied, and it never will apply to terms of service.
Mm,
Your freedom of
absolutely.
speech protected by the Constitution, that is to
Right.
protect you against the government.
That's right.
If
Right.
you go out there on a soapbox on a street corner somewhere and you start speaking out against the government, that's what
Thank
your
you,
Right.
freedom of
Swervin.
speech
I was going to
protects
say
you
that.
from,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was
not
going to say
terms
the
of
same
service.
thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But can
So
can I
good.
say something just
Yes,
real
Groovy.
fast? Because you just brought
Yeah,
me up, Jimmy, so I had to jump in and just
Groovy.
talk to you.
I wanted you to come here and talk to me personally. That's why I called you out.
Because you want to see me?
Mm,
Okay.
yes.
This is why I don't debate anymore because it got weird. But
But you got my eyebrows. See, are your eyebrows starting to? You got that good
my
lift
eyebrows
going. You're
always
doing.
done
I
this.
think you're coming to Snuggle's side almost. You're almost.
I've always done this. My eyebrows have a
Yeah,
mind
but
of their own.
He's
yeah,
trying.
but
He's trying so hard to avoid
he's
this.
almost to my side. I mean, we
He's
almost have
trying
the
hard to
good
Okay,
look.
not.
okay, okay, okay.
The
What
Strong
good look.
what
Gabbard game up top.
Mm,
Swerve just said is correct. So you have the constitutional rights, you have the First Amendment. This
Get
is
him.
correct. But this isn't even the United States of America. Inside this live, you have no rights. And the First Amendment right says you can
right.
speak out against your
Right.
government and they cannot persecute you. So it has
Right.
nothing to do with freedom of
That's why I get
speech.
suspended all the
You're
time
off
because
base.
Trump won.
You
No, he
don't, you
didn't.
Period.
can't say that.
So I'll
You
take a
can't say that. That has
suspension.
been proven. Hold on. Technically, he did not win.
It's been
Technically, he
proven
did
through
not
your eyes,
win at
but
all.
not through mine.
Are
Because you're
you
delusional.
listening?
I'm sorry.
You,
No
you
offense,
and I
Jimmy,
are.
but
Uh,
you keep not wanting to be wrong. And it's
right.
clouding your judgment.
Absolutely.
Just like Zeus
You're
just
right.
said, let go of 2020. Let
Absolutely,
go of
absolutely.
it
Order.
I
completely.
Yes.
encourage everybody in here. You wonder why Trump people are the way they are. I want you guys to read the book, The Art of War and the Art of the Deal. You'll understand the
Oh,
corruption of the government from the 70s and 80s,
oh.
and you'll understand why Trump works the way he does and why he
I
keeps
believe in
winning.
corruption.
He knows what's going
It's
on. He
easy to
knows
win.
what's
Okay.
going on with the government, and he knows how to win.
You did
Whether he
not bring
takes a few
up
steps behind, whether he takes a few steps forward, he's winning, and
You
it's not. You guys don't even know his
Oh
you
my
do
God,
know
I
that
what's
the
can't
going
Art of the
help
on.
Deal
you.
was not
So I
You're
written
just
by
want to
Donald
let you
Trump.
know, follow that book, The Art of War and the Art of the Deal, and you'll understand how this government really works. And that's why we're
Zeus, can
winning,
I
and that's
say
why you
something
guys
real
are
quick?
mad. That's
Can I
why
Yes.
say
you're
something
mad.
real
Yes.
quick?
Joe,
I'm
please
Yeah,
not
go
say
ahead.
mad.
something.
Didn't the dude file bankruptcy like 30 times? He's owned
Oh yeah,
multiple
yeah.
failed
That's I did
businesses.
too for my
His
business.
casino's shut
Businesses
down.
file bankruptcy.
So
That's normal.
so what exactly is he
That's
winning
normal.
at? He's
when you
lost
run out of
60
capacity.
plus lawsuits. He has
Oh,
multiple
okay.
indictments headed his way.
Uh
He
oh.
lost the
Yeah,
2020 election. He's lost
he
the
was,
popular vote twice.
and
He's
he
the only
become
president
president
to
of the
ever get
United States.
indicted
Isn't that amazing?
twice.
He became president of the United.
So what exactly is he winning right now?
Joey, he became president of the United States. So I mean, how did all
Well,
that
and that's
stuff come
great and all,
about
but
when he became president?
Because of propaganda.
most winning presidents serve two
Oh,
terms, not one.
oh yeah, yeah. But he won the second one, but you guys still don't
He did
realize
not
that.
win.
But that's
He
okay.
lost. Joe Biden.
3 years later, he won the second one.
Oh no, he won the second term.
Oh,
You,
but
you
it's been
guys just
3
you
years.
guys
It's
just
been
want to
three.
ignore
So,
all the surveillance tapes,
wait a
all the
minute,
tapes of all the ballots all
Yes.
over the
Yes.
road.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
saying that he won the
Order.
But
second one, right?
I don't want to get
Hold
involved
on.
with that.
He's
Order.
saying
Let's
that he
not
won the
use
Thank
second.
you,
bad time.
Zeus.
Joe, please
I'll mute
continue.
because I don't want to listen to foolishness down there. And
Uh,
he's winning. He's not going to go
Snuggles.
to jail. And I've been right. Okay,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
I'm just curious. Why do we need to pay attention to surveillance tapes all over the world? I'm just very curious about that.
Because eyes can see more than what's coming out of your mouths.
All over
Surveillance tapes only works for the selected few, the
all over the
Democrats.
world.
But for the Trump people, they see
Like
what they see on the tape, and they see
what
that there was a lot of cheating going on.
what tape?
Next,
What tape? What tape? What tape?
the 2:30 this morning, trailer trucks coming in full of Biden votes in those trailer trucks, and the ballot boxes all over the world, all over the country, this country,
Why are there ballot
being
bots
filled
all
in
over the
at 2:30.
world?
Who votes at? Wait, tell me this. Who votes at 2:30 in the morning? Tell me
I've
that.
done I've done it
Who puts
before.
stuff in
You're
ballot
thinking
boxes
When
at
I
about.
was
2:30 in the
when I
morning?
Hold
was
on.
I
Hold
saw
on.
these
Hold on.
surveillance tapes.
when
Don't
I
tell
Can I
me
was
to
say
hold on.
active
something?
duty military, when I was active duty
What?
The
military,
ballots.
Oh, here we go with
I have
the.
left my ship in the middle of the night to go and drop my ballot in a box in
Oh,
Virginia, in Norfolk, Virginia.
Thank
Yep.
you.
congrats!
Now, one at a time.
Did
Please
you
continue.
put Did you put everybody ballots in the box at the same time?
No, I didn't need to.
Oh no, but I saw
But
ballot
but so
people
so let
with.
me ask you this. So let me ask you this. because
He's gone.
it sounds
He
to me
gone.
like you're talking about
He's
2,000
gone.
Did he
I'm
fools.
get
so
nannered?
tired of the
I
bull.
think so.
Well, wait a minute. It sounds to me like he's talking
Because he
about
spread
2,000
misinformation?
mullets. Um,
He
how
knew
many
it
of
was
those
coming.
ballots got dropped in those boxes that
He knew it
they
was
Oh my
coming.
that
God.
Dinesh D'Souza opened up, and they opened up every one of those ballots and knew they were for Donald Trump or they knew they
Mm-hmm.
were for Joe Biden. And Zeus, let me say this, buddy. If you were
Yes.
riding your bicycle, if you had your cell phone on you, and you were riding your bicycle past a convenience store at the same time it was getting robbed, does that mean you robbed it?
No, not at all.
Exactly. But somehow they never opened up not a single one of those ballots. And I am well within my rights. This is a right wing gaslighting talking point called ballot harvesting.
Yep.
Mm.
Okay. I am well within my rights because where I live, there's a lot of senior citizens around me whom I have a great relationship with, whether they're Trump supporters, Democrats, liberals, conservatives, whatever. If I was going to a ballot drop box, I could easily stop by their house and say, "Hey, I'm going up here real quick. Do you want me to drop your ballot off for you?"
Right.
And if I drop that ballot off for them, does that mean I opened up every single one of those ballots to see who they were for?
No.
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 But somehow 2,000 mullets, or I'm sorry, 2,000 fools, damn it, 2,000 mules is some kind of smoking gun, which proved absolutely nothing.
Mm.
And let's remember,
Oh, I think he's
D'Souza
back.
was pardoned by Donald Trump.
They have no answers for this. I mean, I don't
Exactly.
know why we have to keep litigating this. It looks like he may have won his appeal, but he wants back in. I hit approve, but it won't let him back in.
He keeps
Snuggles.
spreading misinformation. He needs to stop. He really needs to stop. Even Laura Ingraham is talking to, Trump and saying, you've got to stop talking about the 2020 election.
Thank you.
People don't want to talk about
Because
it anymore. Enough is enough.
because they know that they
They,
won't win
they,
if they keep talking about it.
exactly.
Okay, really quick. I'm so sorry. I heard Swerve and everything that he said. But I just want to know that we can ignore the fact, I guess, when people with hoodies and fat face masks all over their face going to all these drop boxes at 2 a.m, hundreds of boxes. Let's just ignore that fact, Swerve. If you
Present the
saw that
facts.
and the tables were,
It's not
no, those
facts.
are the facts.
No,
Stop, Shay.
I
Those
can
were the facts. And
no,
I'm going to
they
stop
weren't.
talking about it.
2,000 mules is
Quit
Zeus,
sitting
can
in
putting
the vote.
down millions of Trump voters who saw that, please. Quit.
Zeus, can I
Show the
Snuggles,
Vote
Okay,
why
thank
couldn't you
you.
get?
respond to
Why you
that?
couldn't get that? Hold
Zeus,
on, y'all. Hold on,
Zeus,
hold on, hold on.
the
Respect.
court to
If
see that.
Don't
if
call
One
me
at a
if
stupid when I
time.
saw
Order,
that.
I'll clear the
Zeus, can I
boxes and get
respond to
up
that
out of
real
here.
quick?
Listen, we
Okay,
got
I'm
15
I'm
minutes to
playing
pull this
nice.
off.
I'm playing nice, but why didn't the courts pick it up? What's the people
One at
that
a time, yes.
did the 2,000 mules? What were they called? Something save the vote. Something. What was it?
Because
Yeah.
if you read the art of the deal and you read
Well,
all the
something save
corruption
We
the
that
already
was in
vote.
this
heard that.
government, no, if you read
Uh,
the corruption that you guys are never going to read it, but if you read the corruption in this
I read it
government
in high
and the
school.
CIA, the FBI, and all those
Trump
people, no,
didn't
listen,
write
can I
it,
talk?
I
Can I
read
talk?
Trump
the
Okay,
art
didn't
of
now,
the
write it.
now,
deal in
listen,
Please,
high
Anthony
school.
crossings,
hasn't said
Order in the
anything.
court. Order
please,
Anthony
in
has
the
not
crossings,
said anything, and I don't want to have to
please,
clear the boxes
I
because if I
Mr.
clear them
Crossings,
again, I'm
please.
wrapping.
won't stop.
If I
He
have to
won't
clear the
stop.
boxes
He
again,
needs to
I'm wrapping the
stop.
live up on the spot.
We're not going to
Mr.
let him
Crossings,
spread
please.
misinformation
Listen,
on
I'm dead
Zeus's line.
serious, Snuggles. You got to let everyone talk. I want to hear what you have to say, but we only got
I gotta
15 minutes.
go.
Hey, how you
Snuggles,
doing?
I read
So
the
I'll see
art
you
of the
guys
deal
later.
when I
Bye,
was a
Zeus.
senior in high
Thank you, Groovy
school.
Cake.
So miss me with the art of the deal
Bye.
business.
All
How
right,
do I get out?
Anthony.
Oh, there it goes.
Doesn't help your case. Trust me.
It's like loading forever.
Thank you, Groovy Cakes. All right, Anthony, you were going to respond.
Well, I didn't get a
This
chance to say what I needed to say,
Go,
but
Anthony. Because you spread misinformation, sir. You need to stop.
Yeah, you do really need to
okay,
stop
okay.
spreading lies and misinformation.
Hold on, beautiful. Hold on, Anthony's going, and then you can go. People want to hear you all say what you have to say. I'm not telling you can't say it as long as you don't
I got to
curse
get,
and
wait, but
call
first
people
crossings, I
names.
got to go. Crossings, I'm going to go. But I'm going to
Adios,
go live.
muchachos. Don't let the
I'm going
dog
to
get
go
your ass on the
live
way
on
out.
this.
Bye.
Hold on. I'm going to go live on this account at 3 p.m. So if you guys want to join me live on Kiss My Bacon,
No, thank
to all of you, that's my message. Kiss my bacon. All right. Take
Oh,
care.
I
all
like
right. Please go do whatever you were doing and
Come to my
come
live
back
at
when you got
3
better
p.m.
information.
No
All
thanks.
bacon.
right.
Nobody wants
Oh
to
my
do that.
gosh. Is it that?
Yeah, I get 200 people anyway, so be quiet.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that. Shut your
All
mouth.
Okay,
right.
you be quiet.
Kiss my
Shut your
bacon. Thank
mouth.
you
Hi,
so much.
Snuggles.
You shut your mouth.
Later, Snuggles.
Shut your mouth.
You did.
Bye.
You
All
lost.
right.
I won.
You.
Art of the deal.
Oh yeah, totally. Shut your mouth.
Art of
Oh,
the
Go
listen,
deal.
get your
be
ass on the way
nice.
out.
Be
Bye.
nice.
Okay, bye. You all suck.
You said bye. Go.
You suck in the box. You lied.
Oh,
You,
listen.
you
Oh
suck. You
my
suck Trump's
God.
cock.
I
Listen,
love you,
ladies and
Crossings.
gentlemen. Order in
I
the
love you,
court.
Crossings.
Do not take the bait,
Do
ladies
not
and
take the
gentlemen. Do
bait,
not take the
y'all.
bait.
He's a
All right.
just
Snuggle,
left.
I
Order
will
on Mount
see you
Olympus,
later.
please.
I will see you later. All right. Beautiful. Greetings. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm just waiting for my
Oh,
husband to get out of the hospital. Had to get an
okay. Well, what
MRI
I'll do
done.
is I'll let Anthony say what he needs to say, and then you go next. Fair enough?
Yeah.
I'm just confused why Snuggles up here promoting a book that Donald Trump himself didn't even write. That's that's one of the things that I want to know. You know, he's such a brain
Yes, be
genius.
above.
You know
You're above.
that he predicted all of this in a book that he didn't write.
Right? Thank you.
I
Thank
love the
um,
you.
misinformation that comes from the
um,
leftists.
hey,
Where
can I
is your
finish? Can I
proof that
finish? Can
Donald
I
Trump
finish?
did not
Can
write
I
the
finish?
book?
Hold
He
on.
Where
didn't
is
write
your
the
Hold on.
book,
Hold
proof?
on.
man.
Hold on. One at a
He
time.
didn't write the book.
You're making a
The
blanket
author, the
statement, not show
author
your
of the
proof.
book has already said he
Beautiful. Can
didn't write
Anthony
the book,
finish real
man.
quickly, and
Okay,
then
yeah. So you must be watching CNN.
beautiful,
Got it.
beautiful,
No, it's
please,
truth. He did not write
beautiful.
the book.
Oh,
That is
Shay,
truth.
listen, you have zero credibility. You lie more than a rug. So please see your way out
I don't
of
even
this
know who you
conversation.
are. I don't even
Yeah,
know
you
who
do.
Beautiful.
you
I
I'm
can
gonna
listen
tell
are.
to
you
you
right
guys
now.
in
If you don't
several
shut
debates.
up.
Oh, you see how that went down, ladies and gentlemen? Obviously, it's a spicy Thursday, and like I said, the show is a show. This is not to get on here and start yelling at each other. Order in the court. Shame. Shame. Oh my gosh. Now listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Zeus has heard enough on the kingdom this morning. Wow. I brought down the hammer of truth. I've asked for accountability at all levels. And yet, and actually, Nutty brought up a good point. The TikTok guidelines are going to be changing. You are no longer going to be able to get away with lying to the American people, to all the people in the world, about what happened in the 2020 election. It's over. Yes, Trump may not be in those handcuffs yet, but he's handcuffed morally right now. Because look at this, ladies and gentlemen. He tried to stop his wife, his family, and the rest of the world from knowing he had this relationship with an adult film porn star. And we all know. Okay, and you know, like I said, you can run, but you can't hide when it comes to the truth. So, listen, as we continue to watch Trump have his day of reckoning in the kingdom, there's only one thing left to say, and I think all of you know what it is. Say it with me together, ladies and gentlemen. Trump supporters, get those knee pads ready, because Jack Smith is coming. Take care. What a great show. Snuggles, cut it out. Kiss my grits, cut it out. Beautiful, cut it out. Mega King, cut it out.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
Hey, yes. I gotta go to the gym, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Don't be playing with my moves.
Moving like Zeus.
You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus.
Thunder in the sky like you.
Thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate
Call
you.
me Zeus. I'm flyer than the eagle. I got red on me too.
Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new.
If you living like a bum,
Yes,
get away from me,
yes.
fool. I got money on my mouth.
I love all of you.
You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Mix all in the mix.
I will
put a
see you
fanny on
tomorrow.
your head. This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing
Let's
with the
go!
dead.
Yeah, grab your goose. Grab your goose. I know the ladies love me because I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the God. Oh, you're going live, Swervin'? Yes, Swervin' is going live, ladies and gentlemen. The conversation continues. That's why they call me Zeus.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
Blue wave, ladies and gentlemen.
Like Zeus.
I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus.
Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus.
I make my own rules. Thank you for the lightning hands,
I'm
man.
hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof.
You say you wanted facts, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose.
I didn't make the game of rules.
I didn't make the game of rules.
If you can't swim, don't be.
Treason will not be tolerated in the kingdom. Lord, hey,
yeah, grab your goose.
hey, yeehaw, where'd that go? I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Yeah, you're hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Thank you, Greg, so much for subscribing. I appreciate it, champ.
Like a mongoose.
These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose.
You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move.
Jack Smith!
This is how I sound.
Jack is coming for you.
This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my
Yes, he is a con man
like
and a grifter. I agree,
till I
Christina.
look like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus.
I make my own rules. Beautiful lady, nice to see you. Always lovely to see you. Groovy Cakes, Kiss Migrants, always lovely to see you. It's just a shame we can't get on the same page when it comes to politics. We can have so much fun. Lawrence Reed on the beat. You better call the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can dance and box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't get caught slipping in the woods or you'll be dead like a mule. Lindsay on the beat like Zeus. Let's go. Eat on the beat like Zeus. RNC on the beat. Poker Dad. Yeah, you heard about me. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here. What a great live. Snuggles, get it together. Heaven, thank you so much.